in the description. It say find me everywhere in the description. If it ain't on this video, because it's a phone live, y'all can find it on the y'all can find it on the any other video description. They say find me everywhere. People keep asking me how can I join the Patreon, how can I follow you on IG. Right in the description. Say find me everywhere. But yeah, I talk about the NBA on Instagram and on Facebook and on X. I dropped every version I did this year. Well, of recent. You know, I don't really watch the NBA like that. I follow it, I watch the highlights, etc. But I don't really fuck with it like that no more. And I was talking to on IG, it was a fan, so y'all know the dude D Rich. He do like the little IG videos and he go around asking people questions and shit. And he was like, they was asking was Kate Cunningham a superstar? And I got a video coming. I don't know, I might drop it this weekend, I might drop it tomorrow. I don't know. But in FYI, um, I'ma be releasing videos on the Patreon, on the Goodfella TV tier Patreon that I forgot I never released, and I'll be re-releasing some I took off of YouTube. So every now and again, once a week, I'll reveal some videos that I forgot to release. I ain't gonna cap, and some that I took off YouTube on the Patreon. So any of them classic live streams you can get a chance to see or whatever, every week I release a few of those videos. So I'm talking to a guy. He's a young kid. It was another kid got in my comment section, and but one it was on D Rich shit talking about it is stars in the league, and you know, superstar. Ain't no superstars left in the NBA outside LeBron, Steph Curry, and that's why they holding on to him, right? They legitimately want to make the international players a star. Think about it. They got Jokic 2 MVPs. I think Giannis got an MVP. Shea Gillensley about to have 2 MVPs. And literally, the league is in its worst shape it's been in since Magic and Larry Bird came into the league. You know, took the league from, you know, tape delay to, um, you know, live TV, right? That was them that did that. NBA was on tape delay. And no matter how much they trying to push this international, them dudes are not stars. Giannis never really had popular shoes. He had one of the lowest rated finals. Last year was one of the lowest rated NBA finals. Um, just think about it. Jokic NBA finals was probably one of the lowest NBA rated finals. Um, but these guys are stars. Michael Jordan was a star. Magic Bird was a star. Allen Iverson was a star. You know what I mean? So, but this generation, they think these guys are stars, and they not. Their shoes don't sell. Even Nike turned out and said, well, you know, our shoes not selling because these guys ain't popular no more. And it's a fact. Now, contrary to people's belief, and this is why you have to research, but people going around and being like, well, the NBA TV ratings is up. No. Let me explain this to y'all. What they did was they changed, Nielsen changed the way they measure TV ratings. So that's why the TV ratings jumped up. It's not that more people are watching the finals. It's a 20-30% jump from what it was last year. No. They changed the way they measure TV ratings. And that's why when you hear, oh, TV ratings jumped, or I heard a study where somebody say, well, people who drink Coca-Cola Zero have a higher chance at being diabetic. You know, it ain't no sugar in it. People just say, oh, you can't drink. No, it was a correlation. It was basically people that probably, it had no direct studies from Coke Zero making people diabetic. It was that most people that try to drink Coke Zero probably from not being diabetic, it's probably too late from drinking the regular Coke or sugary drinks, right? It had no direct correlation from Coke Zero causing the same thing with the TV rating. But I digress, right? And then it was a guy in the comment section where I said, I did the short, Giannis is not better than Kevin Garnett. People said, well, he got 2 MVP. No, Giannis does nothing better than Kevin Garnett. Not a thing. Nothing. He's not a better defender. We've seen Giannis back away from defending the best guy. He don't shoot better than KG. He don't post better than KG. And maybe you're like, well, he got handles. He can bring the ball up the floor. Well, KG could too. They just didn't allow him to do it. Did y'all see that video of Kevin Garnett playing every player on the Olympic USA basketball team and cooking them and bringing the ball up the floor? I'm just saying, Giannis is not better than Kevin Garnett. In this era, cool. In his era, but basketball player for basketball player, he does nothing better than Kevin Garnett. He damn sure don't shoot better than him, and that's what they put the most emphasis on in this generation. But you arguing with a bunch of 15, 25, 20-year-olds who don't even know what the NBA supposed to look like. That's who you're arguing with. There was a little dude that had never seen Calvin Johnson. Was like, oh, he might be better than Julio. Oh, you think, motherfucker? So, but in general, I did the segment on the NBA, never the WNBA, on social media like the last couple weeks. I did one on the Knicks game with Karl-Anthony Towns, the Paul George play, the Cat play, and I did a couple plays from last night game, which was atrocious officiating. And if you go to the games, the only lit thing, at least, if you live in like Detroit or Atlanta, where the games are predominantly black, only lit thing is that the atmosphere, the crowd is fire. Bunch of chicks there, it's a good atmosphere, but the game is trash. The game ain't nothing but free throws. That's what it is. The game is a game of free throws. It's free throws and threes. What drove people to the NBA? The number one play in the NBA was never a three-pointer. It was never a free throw. It wasn't a crossover. It wasn't a block. What was the number one play in the NBA? It was a slam dunk. They don't even do that no more. You got motherfuckers scared to join the dunk contest. All right? You got guys talking about, I don't want to dunk. I want to save my legs for later in the season. Like, dude, you're 20-some years old. And you already scared to dunk in game one. But really, and we just don't talk about the load management, or we not just going to talk about, we don't leave that out for this stream. When you really get into it, it's a free throw contest. It's a bunch of actresses. And these actresses better than the adult film mattress actresses. They're better than the mattress actresses. Not saying they deserve an Emmy or a Golden Globe or Academy Award, but you catching my drift. They horrible. They crying for fouls. Oh, I feel like they were too physical. I mean, you go to LA Fitness, and a guy bump a guy, it's a foul. You got guys flopping at pickup runs, talking about it's a foul. That's why I don't hoop no more. You can't touch nobody. The defender can bump into the offensive player, can kick you. The offensive player can bump you. The offensive player can push you off. But the minute you try to close distance and block the shot, if you bump him or he kick you, it's a foul on you. Come on, man. Oh, sheesh. It's a foul on you. Come on. What are we talking about? So, in reality, what they want you to do, they want to outlaw defense because they think fans want to see high-scoring games. Guess what? Even though they take 30, 40 threes a game and still average about the same as what they averaged in the 80s, right? More people have turned the NBA off. And what's so funny about it, I was talking to a guy that was dropping off on my job. He's a white guy. He was like, man, I just was watching the NBA today because the Pistons are in it, and man, I can't watch it, man. It is terrible, man. It's terrible. It's a terrible product. And it is. He started to talk, he's talking about these guys are stars. Michael Jordan was a star. When the last time a LeBron shoe showed? This is a white guy. This guy about 50, 60. And I'm like, bro, I be saying the same thing. I say the same exact thing. This is insanity. They just think, and the NFL do the same thing. You know, and I got a video, and I'm gonna be talking about that. The NFL do the same thing. Uh, Once upon a time, there was no 5 yard chuck rule in the NFL. Now you probably like, okay, CJ, what's a 5 yard chuck rule? Make sure y'all thumbs up the video. It's where you can press the receiver, but you can't touch him after 5 yards. And once upon a time, that didn't exist in the NFL. Receivers had to get their release. If they couldn't get the corner off of them or the DB off of them in 5 yards, he can bump them or press them all the way up the field. And these people who make these rules, who never play football, right, or never play basketball, they're trying, and the same people in society trying to tell us how we should live our life, how we can be a productive, how we can be productive, like that Backdoria dude who keep calling out straight black men, and he just did another video talking about, well, black women are thriving and gay people are thriving. Okay, if y'all thriving so much, what y'all worried about black men for? If y'all thriving, what y'all worried about us for? But these the same people that's running sports. These the same people, these ballpark Franks in the booty, same people that's trying to run sports. At some point, Americans gonna have to wake up and see that these Backdoria dudes was destroying sports. Roger Goodell, it's been speculated allegedly that he bat on the wrong side of the plate. I'm not surprised. You know, I'm not surprised. Just think about when the last commissioner of sports that you seen that gave off masculine vibes. Ain't no real man, right? Damn near from any amount of money, ain't no real man gonna allow 30 owners to put their hands up their ass like a prostate exam and control you like a puppet. Ain't nobody gonna do that for 10, 15. You a man at the end of the day. And this is why they be like, well, this is why they say they created these laws where if somebody hits you, turn the other cheek and all that bullshit. Hell no. What's your natural instinct? If somebody sock you, punch their ass back. And these are the same people destroying sports. They have these analytical nerds in their office, right? Trying to tell us this is what we know. We just want to see a good competitive ball game. That's it. If we got a good series that goes 7, shout out to them. If we got a good series that go 4, or a competitive series that go 5, we ain't really tripping. But greed is destroying sports, and that's what's going on. Greed is destroying this shit, bro. This is what they think you want to see, but people, the TV ratings are telling them no, and they refuse to switch it up. It's no different than Disney. Disney, it's a lot of stuff coming about Disney being, being on the wrong side of the game with the children. If you catch my drift, can't keep their hands to themselves. All right? It's coming out. Antonio Brown just spoke on it today. Okay? But you see them pushing this feminist shit. They flopping Star Wars. They made the main character a woman. Flop. Captain Marvel, flop. She-Hulk, flop. Ironheart, flop. Went to see Mortal Kombat. It was a good movie until they made the bitch kill Shao Kahn. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't see the play? Why do you think these players get injured so much? Why do you think they come in basically wearing dresses and wearing bonnets and wearing purses into the arena? It's all a part of the emasculation. And now you seeing this creep on the court. They play through no playing. They got no toughness. They got no competition. You literally got hyenas out there. Now, for people who don't know, hyenas is one of those rare animals that got a dick and a clitoris. Real talk. Look it up. That has both. And in the hyenas, the females run the pack. Yes. What are you trying to think they trying to mimic in society, bro? I'm trying to tell y'all, this deeper than sports. But I'm just going to try to keep it on sports. It's deeper than that. Because, I remember it was a dude. I forget the dude's channel name. White guy. He do some good work. A lot of good work. On like female nature and men. And he talked about Survivor, And this is a great analogy for men. They did Survivor, right? Men versus women. And he the same dude just YouTube the Easter egg hunt um, about men and women. He that guy. I forget the name of his channel. And, he basically said in this Survivor series, they had men versus women. And how the women end up coming on top because it still was a singular video and the man was kicking the women's ass. What they did was, it's fake. It's scripted. The women manipulated the lesser man that they knew wasn't going to win. Was like, well, you guys are too weak to win. Why don't you team up with the hoes? Come on. Why don't you team up with the hoes with us and we could take down the alphas? And they teamed up with the weaker men. Not saying they was some beta, well, they was some hoe ass niggas because they took the bait. Probably didn't even get no pussy out of it after the show. You don't probably want no Survivor pussy. That shit not on the show, but after the show. And they basically, the weaker men that knew they wasn't gonna win, if it came down to all the men that the alpha still was gonna whoop them, they teamed up with the hoes. And took the alphas down, and then the hoes teamed up on them, and they lost. That's what you got going on in society. You got the weak, dick in the booty niggas, and I'm gonna say it, dick in the booty males, because they ain't men, who are controlling Hollywood, controlling the music entertainment industry. And this is why these people that just so happen to wear the miniature hats on top of their head have been kicked out of every country they've been in. Go look up their history. And you'll understand why the traumatic events happen to them. Right? Which we're not going to get into. That's a video for like in person. Right? But that's what they're doing. The beta males who usually like penetration up the dookie shoot, they're pretty much saying, you know what, we can't beat the alphas in the society, so let's perform religion, let's get politics, let's create this, this politics and this music industry, and we're going to control it behind the religious wall. We're going to control it behind the political wall. We're going to control it around the Hollywood wall, because in the sports and entertainment, because and eventually we're only going to let people that basically convert their anuses over to us. And then now you get into the deeper stages is we're going to turn the women onto the men. We're going to turn women, we're going to want to make the women masculine, get them all the help in the world, you know what I'm saying? And have this strong, independent shit, and we're going to use the women to attack masculinity, shame masculinity. We're going to push feminism onto the cartoon characters, onto the children. We're going to do this to the food. We're going to put them in bonnets. We're going to put them in dresses. That's how we're going to attack the first waves of beta bitch males. Look at the president. Does this dude look like he gives masculinity? All them presidents don't look strong. They all look moist. They've all had dookie shoot play. Look at Adam Silver. Do he look like he fuck bitches? You think if you on Adam Silver getting the Cutlass or getting the rooster with the Rari with the rooster in it, and go pick up. No, no, no. So this is like, I don't know what their final act is, but this is one of they stages to destroy masculinity, man. Think about like, go look at the meaning of the real, what they really did on Christmas. Look at some of these pagan holidays and rituals and stuff that you celebrate, what really went down. It was a straight up what Kendrick Lamar called Drake. Certified lover boy. He say lover boy certified what? That's what it is. And now they're gonna attack it through sports. It's not too many more masculine plays. It's no more masculine play in basketball than a slam dunk. They took it out. They don't duck with it. The last time you seen a backboard shattered or come down, they took it out. They don't dunk as much. They don't even want to dunk for a prize. They don't even want to dunk for bragging rights. At one point, NBA All-Star Weekend had a one-on-one tournament. That's no cap. They don't even want to compete. They don't even want to compete. So when you say what's wrong with the NBA, they fine with it. They fine with it. They fine with the NBA being trash. They want to bring it in. Another issue, and I'm going to get off this, they want to take it international. This is why they made the game soft. This is why they made the game soft. So, players like Giannis and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can thrive. They couldn't thrive if basketball was played in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. Why didn't you think those guys came over here? Why did you think at one point we sent our college kids to the Olympics? They were too masculine for their grown men. 18, 19, 20-year-old Michael Jordan was too masculine for a 30-year-old pro overseas. Okay? So they wanted to get the international money, so they dumbed down the game. What was Europeans and those guys known for? Even guys like Arvydas Sabonis, Petrovic, other guys that came over, Nikola Mirotic. What could they all do? Only a handful of them couldn't do this. Dario Saric, Adeni Adavic, they all can shoot. Name me the European player for real that really came over here and he can physically get busy. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. The only issue I had with Adeni Adavic coming out and being successful in the NBA was how he was. And you can look at my video. I shared it in the community tab on this channel. I did on my other channel. My only issue with him was how was he going to respond to the physicality of the NBA? And the NBA isn't even physical no more. So that's why if he played in the 90s, okay, he would be back overseas. They made the NBA softer for the international players. This is why they started giving Nash the MVP, which I don't disagree that Nash should have won the MVP. I don't have an issue with it like some people do. But what I do have an issue with is Jason Kidd accomplished way more than Steve Nash, played defense, did the same thing that Nash did, made guys 100 millionaires, and he never got an MVP. He made runs to the finals when Steve Nash didn't. Make sure you thumbs up the video. That was my issue with it. I had no issue with Nash getting them MVPs. He got Tim Thomas paid. He got Amari Stoudemire paid. He got Sean Marion paid. Okay? He got Joe Johnson paid. I'm not hating on that. But so did what's the brother name? So Jason Kidd, Richard Jefferson, Keith Van Horn, Kenyon Martin, Kerry Kittles. That motherfucker probably was 1 foot out the league. And Steve Nash played defense. Okay? I just don't really get it. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Shai Gilgeous wouldn't be the MVP like he is. And I'm keeping him big. And I like Shai. Don't get it tripping. But he wouldn't be the MVP like that in the 90s. People will say, because he about to have 2 MVPs, he was better than Penny. Anybody that watched Penny play knew he wasn't better than Penny. Tell me I'm lying. Anybody that watches dog play wouldn't say he's better than Penny Hardaway. Okay? They dumbed this down really for two reasons. An attack on masculinity and greed. They wanted to get the international dollar. My thing, if they care so much, in my opinion, if they care so much about the international dollar so much, if they care so much about the international dollar, my big thing is this. Why did y'all let Daryl Morey mess y'all money up? Why did y'all let Daryl Morey mess y'all money up with China then? Y'all let him talk crazy to them Chinese people, and y'all lost all that money. Come on now. If that was a brother, he would have been ostracized. Okay? Y'all know I'm not lying. So when we start to have these real conversations on the NBA, it's by design. They did all of this so these Canadians, these Eastern Europeans, these dudes from China can hack it in the NBA. It's nothing more, nothing less than that. And money and attack on masculinity. That's what it all boiled down to. You know? That's what it all boiled down to, y'all. And it's sad. Just think about it. All the leaders that you see in America, sports-wise, name me the president, the secretary. No, none of these dudes look like the ultra-masculine alpha men, right? That you think of when you hear the president of a country, the president of a corporation, the president of, or the commissioner of the NBA. David Stern was a little dude. It's a reason for that, y'all. But most partly, I want to continue to harp on before I end it, is they wanted the international players to thrive. This is why I can't say things like Shea better than Penny Hardaway and all that shit. And kick rocks and Gucci flip-flops. You know? It's hogwash. It's true hogwash. And I truly mean that. It's true hogwash. Really? Hold on. It truly is, y'all. The game is not played. It's not the same game that it was, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 30 years. It's not the same game. This shouldn't even be considered basketball. This ain't basketball. This ain't basketball. What they playing out there, you know, what they praising, oh, this the best Jokic, the MVP. Man, Jokic wouldn't have did that shit in 1997, nigga. He wouldn't have did that on Kobe Bryant Kobe Bryant Nintendo 64 courtside. He wouldn't have did that on NBA Shootout. He wouldn't have did that versus the Dream. He wouldn't have did that versus Ewing. He wouldn't even have the ball. He don't even have the physicality or the mental fortitude. Because we seen in this series to hang Jermaine with those brothers. He would have been a Brian Country Reeves. He wouldn't even have been a 50-year-old Arvidas Sabonis, who played on the Jailblazers at the end. They made it safe for them. It's like they went into a country. It's like they went into a country. And it was ruled by bad men, and they cleaned the bad men out. They packed them up. They built a brand new city where it was safe and sound for people, right? And you know, it's safe and sound. It's not the same city where all the criminals and the bad men and the Sith Lords was at. It's safe now. It's safe.